So as far as Drake and Sauce Walker, they had beef that stems all the way back to circa 2015 when Drake was giving out stimulus packages. You remember the one he gave to the Migos on Versace. And Sauce Walker was up next. Sauce Walker had a buzz out of Houston. Everything was going good. Drake had a feature already lined up. He was going to work with him. Sauce got on the radio. He was feeling himself, and he said something along the lines of, Drake need me. I don't need him. So Drake not only pulled the verse, they never collabed, and Sauce Walker was salty, and Sauce Walker had been on his head for about 8 years. Now, you know Drake has Houston ties with Jay Prince and the Prince family, so nothing could happen to this cat in Houston. I won't say that, but nothing happened to him. Now, if you look at this picture, about 8, 9 years later, somewhere in that ballpark, it says 8 in the photo, but it's probably 9. They squashed the beef. They were in a strip club. They shook hands. They chopped it up. They were smiling, laughs, hugs, giggles, all that stuff. Everything seemed to be smoothed over. Note, if you look at the date, this is at the peak of the Kendrick beef. It's April 12th. This is at the peak of the Kendrick beef. Now, just when you thought everything was smoothed over, Sauce Walker goes out onto the Breakfast Club. He gets the Breakfast Club interview. And I just want to say something. I'm not from Houston. Not even a big Sauce Walker fan, but I am proud of him as an artist to where he independently fought and just got himself to basically the pinnacle of independence without a record label. But all that being said, on the Breakfast Club, he basically went back and said some of the same stuff that he's echoed over these years. So let's give it a listen.
Saying it was not it's not make believe. It's simple. It's not fucking rocket science. It was simple shit. If you in this city and you saying like what you just said that it wouldn't be no
Drake without Houston.
It wouldn't be no Drake without Houston. Okay, so at the time, why did Drake not? It's still to this day. Why did Drake not have no bunch of records with Houston artists? You didn't doing that with Atlanta. If you love Atlanta and he got it's 7, 8, 9, 15 artists that you got songs with in Atlanta. Because why? Yeah. Not only does you know that the city of Atlanta was gonna look at you weird for not doing that, look at you and feel a certain type of way by you not making those songs and making those moments with that city, but you knew that it was also beneficial for you as an artist to make music with these songs because the leveling of stardom and momentum, it feeds each other versus you feel that I'm just the A-side artist that's lifting up this musician. But as far as the city of Houston, you're looking at it for the market share. In every other city, it's a long list. California, it's a long list of artists from the Bay all the way to LA. They got Drake's songs with Drake. So how did Drake love Houston so much at that time and not have music with artists that you are uplifting from this community? Fuck me, I don't care. It's bigger than me. I didn't care about the song with me.
It makes a whole lot of sense to me.
Know what I'm saying? But what I would like from then to now, Travis Scott is the only rapper that still got a song with Drake. Travis Scott, again, what I just said earlier, it makes sense. It's an equal trade. It's not necessarily like, oh, bro, I'm helping Houston and changing your life and changing your career. And it's bigger than just saying, oh, well, person wants the Drake stimulus package. Bro, fuck all of that. It's about fair exchange in business. If you are using the lineage and the culture of somebody's city or somebody's hometown and backyard, do something that helps not yourself and your more of your notoriety for your own benefit with the ladies and the people in the city. Do something that actually makes the economy of that city and music and musicians bigger and greater. So therefore, we can have Rolling Loud in Houston. We can have more young artists performing on bigger platforms, Jimmy Fallon and Jay Leno and all this other shit, because an artist of this magnitude is living in our backyard. That's all I was saying. Not just for me, just for anybody.
Literally living.
Now, this is the thing about this to me. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's somebody who done did like local rapping and dealt with like a slew of local rappers. And all this is, bro, why don't y'all support? That's all this is. This is, oh man, y'all not supporting. And look, he talking from a city standpoint. It's like, bruh, like y'all Houston. Don't nobody need to put on Houston. I get wanting to, like, people always try to put this like responsibility on other people's shoulders where it's like, bruh, You gotta lift us up. I get it to a certain extent because Drake was absolutely taking some from like he definitely took some from Houston, but what he said was not true as far as like, oh, Travis Scott is, because he has a song with Bun B. And I'm sure there are other Houston, like probably one or two other Houston rappers. The one thing that he said that I understood was that those people, it's an equal exchange. Those guys was already up when Drake was doing those features and stuff like that, you know. And I also understand the discrepancy because he's doing songs with people like Block Boy JB from Memphis, who was really about to come up. You know, he did a song with I Love McConan out of Toronto, his hometown, who was not about to do nothing, but Drake put him on and stuff like that. And it's a lot of people that Drake gave that stimulus package that he talked shit about. But all that is just rapper angst and rapper like what is it? Disgruntled rapper shit. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. That man don't owe nobody nothing. I get that, you know, he was doing a uptown, like on Uptown, he was rapping like a Houston rapper and he done took so much Houston culture and stuff like that. Listen, man, the people out there still F with him. He's tied to Jay Prince. Like, he don't got to do nothing. That's why he's still good in Houston and he's still be in the strip clubs and nobody trying to beat him up or rob him or nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, this is something you care about, and the other rappers on the come up who I've never seen somebody that's not associated with TSF from Houston or from Texas in general or from any other city really complaining about Drake not doing features. This is strictly just a Sauce Walker thing. He said fuck me and I get it. He's talking about on the past as far as this as well. He is, but at the same time he said still to this day. You know, so it is what it is, man. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like even though Sauce is up at the time when this all started, because he's speaking on the past, he wasn't. And he was a disgruntled rapper to some degree. And that's what disgruntled rappers do. They complain about what other rappers are or are not doing. That's just what it is, man. And I am gonna be real, and he did say this in the clip. I cut it out because it was just too long, and it was just like it was some nonsense attached to it. But it's like kind of an equal exchange if you were working with a up and coming hot rapper, because and it's a street rapper as well. That's something that he didn't mention, because Drake is not really street, and having a street rapper that is authentic and on the come up and hot and rapping with him, that actually like gets Drake in cars that his music otherwise wouldn't be. That's just what it is. Like, it gets his music in places where, you know, it wouldn't play during this time, like when they trying to turn up and stuff like that. They not playing a Drake cut that don't got a feature on it. And I know some of y'all's like, hell no, that's a lie. But listen, some of Drake's most crazy club records and stuff like that got a feature on them. That's just what it is, man. I ain't gonna drag this, man. Let me know your thoughts. I'm out.